Well, the 2025 IRA account changes have been announced. Oh, by the way, IRA account is not redundant. It's an individual retirement arrangement. Well, the maximum combined for the traditional IRA and the tax-free Roth, we'll explain some of that, is the same as it was last year, $7,000 combined for both. And if you're over 50, you can make it $8,000. Let's deal with the burning question right now, and that everybody wants to know which account is better, the tax-deductible traditional IRA or the tax-free Roth IRA. Well, it turns out in terms of rates of return, if your tax rate is the same going in and going out, state, federal, it's a wash. Now, if the tax rate at the end is lower, you would actually be better off with a traditional and vice versa. We'll see more of that. For the tax-deductible IRA account, it's, well, first of all, are you or are you not participating in a qualified pension plan? And you can see that when you do your taxes, highly recommended. There'll be a little box, checked or not checked, qualified pension plan. If it's not checked, these limits do not apply. If it is checked, they do. Well, the limits for a single taxpayer have been bumped up by $2,000. Married couples bumped up by $3,000. And, you can do it for a spouse if they're not working, and that's been bumped up by $6,000. By the way, that turns out to be the same as the limits for the Roth. The other account type for an IRA is a Roth, tax-free going in and out. Those limits have been increased by $4,000 for singles and again by $6,000 for couples, noting again that happens to be the same for the traditional IRA account if it's a non-working spouse. Revisiting the question as to which one is better, well, it turns out that if your tax rate at the end is the same as the one going in, you'll get about the same return, although do note that with a Roth, say you're in the 1/3 bracket like a Californian, you'll be setting aside 50% more. While not likely easy to be able to predict what the total tax rate will be at the end, you can consider not just the state of your income, but the state that you're living in. Here are the states that have the highest income tax rates, and here are the states that have no income tax. So if you're going to a state with a lower income tax, and you had a high one to start with, you'd actually be better off with a traditional IRA account. Keeping you up to date with Dr. C Invests.